Hey, what up? This is Daniel Damodar Niger for the Presidential Osu. Some people know me as Daniel, the creative, the tech guy, and other people know me as Brainy Millie, the musician. Now, in both fields, one thing has been common, and that is my continuous stammering and stutter, and trying to navigate both fields without letting my stammer and stutter hold me back from being the best version I can be. For example, if I'm to close a client on a phone, or if I'm trying to close a client in real life for a web job or a tech job, I have to be able to sell them, and I have to be able to talk confidently enough for them to feel like I can work with this guy. And also as a musician as well, if I want to network with people and express myself as a musician and as a celebrity, it's very important for me to, I find it very uncomfortable knowing that, okay, these people think because I rap so clean and so smooth, I don't stammer, but in real life I do. So my stammer and my stutter has always been something that I've been very conscious of. But the beautiful thing is this: I've never and I will never let that hold me back from being the best version of myself. So instead of saying, oh my God, I can't place myself in positions where, or situations where I have to express myself and be confident and speak to thousands of people, I have not let that hold me back. And the reason why I'm creating this video to share this strategy that I learned from my father. I'm saying strategy because as a stammerer, every one of us have or has a coping mechanism that we use to kind of help us stammer less. You know what you do sometimes that can make you kind of like speak fluently for a while, and then obviously because you have to maintain that thing for so long, you would then start to stammer. Now my dad, I remember this because it was like probably 10 years ago or probably 15, because it was a long time. I was a kid and I was sat next to him in front of his compound in Lagos, Nigeria, and we were talking and I was stammering out of my head, and he looked at me and he said, Dami, I want you to talk like a president. Now let me take this back, right? The reason why I'm creating this clip is because a girl sent me a text about a month or two ago, and she was telling me how grateful she was to have found my content, and how being a stammerer, she's seen me creating all these things makes her feel confident, and she was looking up to me as someone that doesn't stammer anymore. And I was thinking to myself, like, I still stammer. I was telling her, like, I still actually have a stutter, and the reason why I've not been creating videos like this to share my ideas and my help is because I don't want to be a hypocrite whereby I share advice and tell you, oh, this is how to manage your stuttering, and then you meet me in real life and I stammer. I'm like, but you said you can manage. So I know that I'm still stammering, so I don't want to start creating the videos where I am sharing things. But that's being said, I also know that you don't need to be an expert in a field for you to start teaching other people things in that field. You can just basically share your own opinion. So what I'm about to share with you is not me saying, oh, I know it all, listen to me, but it is me saying, this is what I use in my life, and if it makes sense to you, you can also take it and use it as well. And the beautiful thing is this: once you start to teach other people, you become better, because you have that, because when you start to say something over and over again, it becomes easier for you. So I believe me creating videos like this to express myself and share some of the tips and things about stammering and how it can be managed, maybe that can also help me reduce my stammering to a whole different lower level. So back to my father. So he told me, he was like, Dami, talk like a president. And as a kid, I didn't understand that, because, obviously as a kid, stammering and people making jest of you, friends, family, and everyone, right? You kind of build this bridge around yourself whereby when somebody tells you how not to stammer, you're like, I know that already, stop telling me. So I kind of had that bridge. So when my dad was telling me that, I looked at it and he was explaining, and he said, the reason why I'm saying that is because, have you ever seen a president giving a speech before? And I said, yes. He said, look at how he talks. When a president is giving a speech, he or she talks like this. They talk at their own pace.
Obama,
They talk because they are in control. They talk knowing that everybody listening to them is hanging on their every word. Now that makes them in control. So if you can learn how to talk like a president and, breathe in and out and just, talk at your own pace, thinking to yourself that everyone listening to you, that girl, that guy, that people, those people listening to you, they are hanging on your every word and you are in control. You are the president. That is going to help you minimize your stammering. And it's not until about a couple years ago that I started to understand that, because like I said, I was a kid, so I didn't really understand it. But I've been using that strategy of learning how to talk like a president. But I think it's just about 2 years ago that I started to basically understand it and use it. And trust me, my stammering has gone from not being able to have a conversation to people not even knowing that I have a stammer. That's how crazy it is. I know some people right now that don't know that I have a stammer. So when I stammer, they'll be like, what the fuck? Like, this guy stammers? Like, they don't know, because I have been able to learn how to manage my stammering in a way whereby I can basically have a conversation with people and they will not be able to tell that I have a stammer. So, and I basically use that strategy of talk like a president, whereby I talk with so much confidence that it feels like I know what I'm talking about. I'm in control. You don't dictate how I talk and you listen. That mindset of control kind of helps you, kind of minimize your stammering. Now remember, stammering is something that, has been with you for years. For example, I'm 26 and I've been stammering from the time that I knew my left to my right. So that's a long time ago, probably 20 years plus. So obviously I will not be able to stop stammering in 2 weeks or 1 month, because my brain has been used to doing that for 20 years. That's a habit. You cannot break that so easily. You can break it, but you cannot break it like easily. So that's why I don't use the word cure your stammering. Instead, I use the word manage your stammering. So I want you right now, if you currently stammer or you know people that stammers, tell them, advise them, like, learn to talk like a president and explain this analogy the same way my dad did. And then I want you, if you stammer, to try to practice this every day, just like you're trying to learn how to ride a bike. You don't do it and then stop. You do it every day. You do it every day until it becomes part of you. Now, are you going to stammer once in a while? Hell yeah, you will, because it's part of your brain. But if you continue doing it, it's going to become part of you, and you will, anytime you try to talk, just remember, talk like a president, and that is going to help you minimize your stammering. Now, I hope this video has been helpful to you. If it has, make sure you drop a comment and let me know, and share your story or whatever you want to share with me. And I'm going to try as much as possible not to let my ego of saying that, oh, I don't think I'm a professional in this field before I can create a video. I'm going to be sharing my thoughts, my ideas anytime I want, because remember, it is free. I'm in my house. I could do that anytime. So I'm going to be creating more videos like this. If there's anything you want me to create a clip on, just drop a comment below and I'm going to do that. And I wish you all the best, and let's create this community whereby you know that I'm there and I know that you are there, and we can share ideas together. I remain Daniel Damilanager for the Presidential Also. Remember, talk like a president, be in control. Remember, you are in control and everybody's there to listen to you. Stay blessed and keep hustling strategically. Bye now.